guys, and welcome to another Make Ahead freezer meal video. As always, the links for all these recipes will be in the description box below. Included in the ebook are the 6 Make Ahead freezer meal recipes, a grocery list for all of them, as well as the freezer meal labels that you can print out and stick to your meals. So let's go ahead and get started on the first meal, which is the loaded baked potato casserole. So the first step is to put a layer of the vegan potato carrot cheese sauce on the bottom of a foil pan. You can use a glass baking dish too if you would rather, but I just prefer to freeze in foil because it's a lot easier when I defrost. I could just throw it out. You're going to spread that nice and thin. Then you're going to add a layer of boiled sliced potatoes. I top that with a layer of black beans, green onions, some coconut bacon, and then more cheese. And you're going to keep layering this until you run out of ingredients. Once everything's all done, you're going to wrap it in foil or put a lid on it and then stick it in the freezer. When you want to heat it up, since everything's cooked, you just have to heat it up. So you could either heat it from frozen or you can thaw it in the refrigerator first for a couple hours or even a day in advance and then bake it in the oven when you're ready to eat it. So the next recipe we're going to be making are the sweet potato quinoa bowls. So I have a sheet pan with some broccolini, and then on a separate sheet pan I have some of the mini bell peppers, onion, and cherry tomatoes. You're going to just lightly spray these with oil, and then you're going to roast them in the oven at about 400 degrees. You're also going to chop and peel and roast your sweet potatoes at the same time. In my rice cooker, I'm adding the quinoa to water ratio that's on the package of my quinoa. So you can just follow whatever's on the back of your package of quinoa on how much water and quinoa to put. And then I'm also adding some vegan broth powder and some chopped up onions and bell peppers, and then you're just going to mix this in and let that cook on your rice cooker setting until the quinoa is finished cooking. Once the peppers, onions, and cherry tomatoes are cooked from the oven and they're nice and roasted, you're going to put them into a blender and you're just going to blend that until it makes a nice creamy thick sauce. After the quinoa's been cooked, I like to add it to a big bowl, and then I go ahead and add my roasted sweet potatoes and broccolini, and you're going to mix that all together until it's well combined. And then you're going to add this to your foil baking dish or any baking dish that you want to use to freeze this meal. Then you're going to put a layer of the roasted red pepper sauce right on top of it. And then you're going to want to spread that sauce out nice and even. Now for this meal I'm using the Gardein frozen sausage slices, but you could use any vegan sausage you want. You can even do this with vegan chicken, or you can use vegan meatballs. It's really up to you. If you didn't want to use any of the meatless meats, you could always use tempeh or baked tofu, and that would work great as well. As always, you're going to want to make sure that you cover this tightly with foil or a lid, and then you could pop it in the freezer. Our last meal is a cheeseburger pie. Now for this cheeseburger pie, I'm going to be using my homemade Beet veggie burgers, but you can use any type of veggie burger that you want. You're also going to need pickles, onions, whatever vegan cheese you want, or you can use the vegan cheese sauce, tomatoes, mustard, ketchup, and I'm using a pre-made pie crust, but you can make a homemade one if you want to. So I just cooked and crumbled up my veggie burger in a pan, and I'm adding some onions now, and you're just going to saute that until the onions cook through. Then you're going to add equal amounts of ketchup and mustard. And you're going to mix that together until everything is well incorporated. Once this is all mixed through, you're actually going to take it off the heat and add the tomatoes and the pickles. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my frozen pie crust, and then I'm going to spread it out nice and even and top it with a layer of vegan cheese. My favorite vegan cheese to use is the BioLife. I feel like that one tastes the least fake, but again, you can use whatever vegan cheese you want. If you don't want vegan cheese, you don't have to add it, or you could always make a batch of the cheese sauce and use that. I'm going to make sure that I wrap this one tightly with foil, and then I'm going to stick it in the freezer until I'm ready to eat it. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys like these freezer meals. I try to make a different freezer meal pack each season of both Crock-Pot and Make Ahead. So let me know what else you would like to see from my channel in the comments down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.